go with this first 7-Eleven. So let's get back out here. This here trike, a trash truck. Hey, so we're doing what I call ATM listing. A brand new nice ATM in there, temporarily unavailable to dispense cash. Why? It's a Monday morning. Don't try to go to the ATM on a Monday morning because it hasn't been refilled from the weekend. It's too easy, right? Especially don't go to the ATM on a Monday and down the line. Oh Lord! But here. No line, but there's no money in the machine. So let's hunt. We'll go to the next 7-Eleven. See if I can get a tune out of that current phone. If not, just wait longer. Okay, 180 pesos on the exchange. Can't remember how much I paid for the initial deposit, but when you do an exchange, 180 pesos for a case of Cokes. And those are delicious. Damn, old single dad fucking up the rice. This lid on this rice cooker is doing a little dance. Do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. Oh shit, what's going on? The rice cooker ain't supposed to do that, I don't think. Whoa, what's going on? Maybe I put too much water? I don't know. Some of you Filipinas can weigh in on the situation. Old single dad trying to make rice. Lid about to explode. Let me take a look. I don't think you're supposed to take a look, but and the reason it's brown, I put some of these Knorr beef cubes in there. Now look, if you're cooking chicken or if you're cooking pork, stick with the chicken or the pork. Don't use the beef and don't use the shrimp. Oh my gosh, definitely don't use the shrimp cubes. If you don't have any meat, for whatever reason, you use the beef cubes and it tastes like there's steak in that rice cooker. So I dropped 2 of these in there. I'm having steak and rice. Well, you're kind of tricking your mind a little bit. Drink a couple beers, a couple of them cubes. You think it's steak and rice night, my friends. But in actuality, what I gotta choose from here? Argentina, beef loaf. Got sardines. Chicken luncheon meat, tuna affrittata, corned beef, more sardines. Could just put some tomato sauce in there and make it, I don't know. I might just keep it like it is. Put a little spice in there. But it's steak and rice night, old single dad. Survival recipes. Survival cooking, my friends. Ain't nothing in the lives today. It's a 3.2 quart cast iron combo cooker. That piece of gear right there is made in America by the good folks down in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, my friends. The only piece of kitchen weaponry that you need. You got a big family like me, I actually need the 7 quart. We'll work on acquiring that, but 3.2 quarts the best value for money that you will use every day. Every meal, boom, shaka-laka laka. Who knows how to live? Women are made to love. Money was made to spend. Folks, I'm tightening up the combat outpost, right? Now you're all well aware. The wife number 2, my babies are down in the village with her family, enjoying themselves. My goodness, I miss them so much.
What's it like to be the one that he turns to when he's out of answers? What's it like to be the one that he comes to when he wants to dance? you that you were all he wants. And it's midnight, oh, I'm thinking about him. I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. And I'm running out of time. I wish you felt the same. And I'm acting stupid like every day. Don't know what to do or what I should say, 'cause I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name.
I'm about to embark on a journey. And so anyhow, the combat outpost here in Angeles City, I'm just tightening things up. I'm not shutting it down. I'm just tightening things up. And my buddy Warner, shout out to you, man. Thank you very much. Flipped us a bunch of toys. The kids are down in the village. And so I said, you know what? The toys aren't doing any good here. Flipped them to Eric. And he's going to divvy them up among his staff and just pass everything forward, right? So anyhow, I'm just kind of downsizing / tightening up the ship here, you know, getting rid of gear that's not going to be utilized, give to somebody else that will use it, because I'm not going to be here for a while. I just said I'm about to embark on a journey. So anyhow, I've been tightening the place up, right? I go to the CR, strategically placed is a bra, a sexy bra, not the one she usually wears, but it's the sexiest bra she owns, and a sexy pair of panties, not the granny panties. And I'm like, why is that hanging in there? And I'm like, Filipina marking her territory. So I get Filipina wife number 2 on the phone. I said, hey, I already know the answer to this. I've been here a long time. Trust me, I know Filipinas, I know Thai ladies. They mark their territory. I said, what's this? Why are these panties and this bra hanging in the CR? You know, the clothesline's out back. She just starts laughing. She left them there on purpose. I mean, there's no shame in the game. She said, I had to leave them there. I got to leave them there. So the lady shows up and she knows. But I took them down only because I'm making a big pile, taking to the laundry, so there's no dirty laundry here, you know. And you know, if you ever leave your house for any extended period of time, go on vacation, whatever, put the extra effort in to make that fucking place nice. So when you come home from vacation, you're walking into fucking relaxation, no stress, paradise. You know, dump your clothes in the washer and you're unpacked quickly, right? So anyway, I'm just trying to get this place in ship shape. And that bra and those panties are hanging in there, strategically placed. We're laughing about it. And you know what? I'll have a conversation with her. But Filipinos are very strategic about marking their territory. You get a Filipina to come spend the night, or a Thai girl, they're leaving their fucking toothbrush, you know, hair bows. They will leave shit all over the place. Now, if you're married and you brought them and you made the mistake of taking them back to your house, you got to really sanitize the place. They'll hide shit under pillows or whatever. They want the next lady or your lady or whoever to know that they were there. And eventually, if you don't scour the place, you know, your wife will go to lay down underneath the pillow and be like, what the fuck is that? And it's a damn hair bow or a pair of panties and it ain't hers. Ooh, my goodness. Next thing you know, you got to go out and buy a goddamn squid to calm her down. Trade secrets, my friends. Anyhow, so I got everything in a pile. It's all fun and games, but you know, I'm gonna take it to the laundry, give them to wash everything. I ain't washing clothes out there by hand. I'm 50 years old. The young ladies can do that. That's what they're used to. 50-year-old foreign guy ain't washing clothes by hand. I'm taking that shit to the laundry. Anyhow, there's an update on a half point of my day. One crazy care about down the hatch. Now, all you refrigerator peepers out there, you want to see my ref? You want to see old single dad's doomsday prepper refrigerator? I know you do. Should I show it to you? Nah, maybe not. You wanna see it? Here we go. Now look, there ain't no kids here. It's just the old single dad in full bachelor mode. No safeties. Weapons tight. Boom, shaka laka laka. Look at that right there. Emergency medicines for the kids. They ain't here, but still got medicines. I got water on this shelf. Grey Poupon. Every fucking single dad in bachelor mode has got to have a Grey Poupon. And look what I've done. I've camouflaged the crazy Carabaos on the bottom of the Cokes. That way, if there's a burglar or a cat burglar, he might take a Coke or two, but he's not gonna see my crazy Carabao. Doomsday prepper on the vegetables. Ooh, that's a little dirty. I gotta clean that shit out. But I ate the last taters, and them rubbery onions have been in there for a while. Now look, this little Worcestershire sauce from Mother's Best is delicious. Now it don't taste like Liam Perrin's, but it's cheap and delicious with a very unique flavor. There you go. Old single dad. I even got some mayonnaise here. Oyster sauce. Oh yeah. Life is good. Take a look up here. Boom, hot dogs out the yang. Doomsday preppers, hashtag. Hashtag. Now let me show you my ice bucket. I call this making ice pies. Okay? If you make ice in these baking pans, all you do is take it out and the natural temperature change will crack it up. And then you got slices of ice pie. Easy peasy. I got French fries, hot dogs, hot dogs, hot dogs. Fucking doomsday preppers. Shit. Man, I miss my kids. Oh, Lord. How we doing over here on the steak and rice? Whoa, Lord. I need more water. I'm not sure. I'm not a riceologist. French dip. Oh my goodness. There's a dip over here. Poppy's Barn Chill, the Drake Hotel. He's got a couple of German Bavarian beers. I'll sample both of them. I love German beer. Oh my God, I'm about to tear into this. This is like 3 days of food for me, folks. I don't even know if you can get the full perspective of this. Lord, my goodness. Folks, that's absolutely delicious. And she's coming here with the chili cheese fries. Oh, Lord, my goodness. This is gonna feed me for like 3 days. Look at this. That is absolutely delicious. Oh my God, it's delicious. The French dip is my new favorite. Oh yeah, look at that mojito. Put the mint on top.
Gotta have the mint.
Look at that mojito.
Delicious.
What's it like to hold his hand when he tells you that you're all he wants? And it's midnight, oh, I'm thinking about him. I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. And I'm running out of time. I wish you felt the same. And I'm acting stupid like every day. Don't know what to do or what I should say, 'cause I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. I wanna hold his hand, 'cause I can't stop thinking about him. And would he understand if I told him how I feel about him? Oh, 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 oh.
Sa buhok gikaon.